Morning, all. All right, so it happened. What I did was I went to bed last night. I went to bed late. And then every 2 hours, my body's been waking me up to check my phone. Even though I had notifications turned on that when something happened, I'd get notified. But I still was checking my phone every 2 hours. Saying, hey, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And it did. Was it worth it? Now, that question can get asked as well of the players involved. Now, last night, and honestly, this is a joke that's been going around. So now Laine goes to Columbus, Dubois goes to Winnipeg. These are guys who have been unhappy with where they are. I don't know that Dubois is going to be happier in Winnipeg than he was in Columbus. I don't know that we won't have this same discussion about Winnipeg and Dubois a year from now. I don't know that we're not going to be having the same conversation about Laine a year from now in Columbus. And that's why it's funny when the discussion is you go from one location to another. We'll see. But I'm wearing a Columbus jersey because I think they win this deal. They get Jack Roslovic and Patrick Laine. I've been a Roslovic supporter for years. Roslovic, at worst, is a third-line center. And he's going to be, I think, well-received in Columbus. And Laine can score at will. The interesting thing is, will he do that in Columbus? Columbus is not known as a team that, under Tortorella's system, certainly, Atkinson's had 40-goal season, a 40-goal season. But is their style of play conducive to creating a 50-goal scorer? Can Laine, take Rick Nash's records and wipe them out? Are we going to see Laine stay there for long term? And then for Pierre-Luc Dubois, when he wanted out, and the way that it sounded like Dubois wanted to, see where the grass was greener. It's January. The grass isn't visible in Winnipeg, I would think, in most cases. I say these things, and then people think I'm 100% serious. Like, I can look outside my window and go, look, I can see Winnipeg. Canada's not that small. But yeah, the 2022 third round draft pick is interesting too, because I don't think 2021 draft picks are going to be worth a lot, because a lot of the junior players aren't playing, and if they are, they're not playing very much. So 2022 draft picks will probably end up being worth more. This year's draft is nothing more than a crapshoot, and I am here for it. I am excited about it. And honestly, I think Columbus gets really the edge in this deal. Pierre-Luc Dubois does fix a problem for Winnipeg. While Stastny is making the effort, I believe Stastny's produced 0 points thus far for Winnipeg. And I think that was part of the reason that now that Laine's been hurt, they're like, we'll do it now. So Dubois slots in right behind Scheifele, I would think. So you have Scheifele, you have Dubois down the middle. Stastny could drop to third line center. Maybe there's another trade coming for Winnipeg at some point soon. But it's going to be interesting to see how the lineups work. But I do like this deal for Columbus. I think it's a fantastic trade for Columbus. Laine's hurt right now. So, but they have to go through, I think it's the 7 days going into the States they have to do. The NHL mandated quarantine period. And then for Pierre-Luc Dubois coming into Canada, he's going to be out for the next 2 weeks for the 14-day quarantine. But for Winnipeg, Roslovic wasn't in the lineup. Laine was hurt right now. Get her done. So this is what we'll probably see with Canadian teams. If you have to get a trade made, get it done earlier rather than later. And, hopefully they're not all ones that I know are going to happen the night before and keep getting up every 2 hours because my body's like, has it happened yet? Has it happened yet? Yes, it's happened. I'm not going back to bed. So there you go. I'm up early to get video goodness done today. And Laine's now a member of the Jackets, and Dubois is a member of the Jets. Discuss below. It's a fascinating trade. And potentially a huge trade for Columbus. A very interesting trade for Winnipeg. I'm not trying to underscore or underrate Pierre-Luc Dubois here either. Dubois had a very good run in the return to play during the summer. He had 10 points in 10 games for them in the playoffs. He was very solid for Columbus. I don't know about like a big superstar like what we've had with Laine, but here's the interesting thing too is, so for the Toronto Maple Leafs, if they weren't happy with Pierre-Luc Dubois and they were going, we don't get to play Columbus, so we get a shot at Dubois. Now they get a shot at Dubois. So there you go. Just a sprinkle of something I thought about here while I'm talking. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happen upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.